0.1% up is better than zero or a negative number, but is it enough really to be remarkable? These things can get revised by a fraction of a percent on several occasions, can't they, at subsequent publication?
Yes, indeed they can. And I mean, 0.1%, I think sluggish would be a generous way of describing that. Unfortunately, we think this is just more evidence that the kind of growth this government are aiming for will not be achieved by relying on deregulation of the financial sector as they're pursuing. And we're not the only ones that think so. I mean, just earlier this week, the Governor of the Bank of England, Andrew Bailey, came out and warned us not to forget the lessons of the last financial crisis and the lasting damage that deregulating the big banks can have.
All right, there's more to their plan than just deregulation, isn't there? The whole growth agenda, is that right, even though it doesn't bear fruit very quickly?
Well, exactly. I mean, even of the tiny amount of growth we are experiencing, it's not trickling down in the way that this government say it will. People aren't feeling it. I mean, figures from the TUC have shown that 1 in 6 workers are skipping meals and 9 out of 30 kids in an average classroom are living in poverty. So this strategy just isn't working because banks and other large corporations aren't in any other business except helping themselves.
OK, let's go through a scenario where there is a PLC somewhere in the country that is actually so optimistic they do want to grow and they do want to invest. I appreciate that's against trend at the moment. How does the CEO and CFO of that firm approach financiers at the moment? Can they have a conversation about bank loans, or is everybody just not answering the phone?
Well, unfortunately not. We'd love to see some more lending and investment in the real economy, in manufacturing, but that's not where big banks are deciding to send their money. They're still lending more than 50% of their portfolios out to mortgages, which is just driving up house prices. I mean, as we've seen today, Barclays have posted £8 billion in profit, and they're using £3 billion of that to send it back into their own pockets via dividends and share buybacks. So they're not directing the money where we need it to actually see the kind of growth that would have real impact on people's lives.
Well, banks aren't charities, are they? They're businesses. They need to turn a buck.
No, exactly not. But we've got regulation and government there to try and direct the economy to help ordinary people. And there's just so many options on the table that they're not considering. They're deciding to keep taxes on banks low so that they can keep rewarding themselves while ordinary people are struggling.
What would change that, Hannah? How do you change that set of circumstances?
I mean, at the very least, Rachel Reeves could reverse the tax cuts that banks got under the previous Tory government. Estimates are that this would bring in £29 million a week. So spending cuts shouldn't really even be on the table. There's lots of money out there that the government could be directing towards better public services to really improve living standards. Those are the promises that they made in the election, and they're not delivering on them.
All right, we'll leave it there for today. Thank you very much indeed. Hannah Dewhirst is Head of Campaigns at the company Positive.